So if you've been around the Mario Kart World space at all on YouTube, you have probably seen videos of Great Question Block ruins that look like this. And I know, the tricks do look insanely crazy. But today I'm going to break it down into a few simple steps of that section, and of course all of the other sections too. Though my explanations may not be that detailed. So to start off, really the only skilled thing you need to do right here, well, I'm obviously slowing down this footage to show you guys, is the rocket start. So here, I'll speed it up to 50% for a little. We see that right after he turns on his light, you need to start holding that A button. You get ready to move the control stick to the left, because you need to hug this wall up here. And then once you get there, you just start going straight. And then once you're about, like, in real world terms, 10 feet away from the piranha plant, you start your drift. And then as soon as you hit this pole, you need to start your mushroom. Make sure you, like, hug the wall really tight, going to the right. And then once you hop off this ledge right here, you need to do a trick. A left trick, so that you can make it onto this grind rail. And then once you get to the edge of that, you do a forward trick. And then another forward trick in the air. Well, two more, actually. And then once you land, you'll get that little bit of speed boost. And right after this golden buckle, you need to do a left trick, because then you're just going to land right back on. Well, normally. He messed that one up. But you would normally just land right back on that rail. And then you would do two forward tricks. And then you would start this drift. And you need to hug that ledge as close as you can without falling off. And then you want to start your drift right before you get to the ledge. And you're going to do a left drift. You're going to bounce off that, do a trick. So I think what he's doing is the equivalent of super bouncing, but it's actually just to give him a good angle. And then you do a backwards trick, so that you can get just the right angle to trick off this and get these coins on the rail. Then you trick forward to go into the boost panel. And then he's going to collect two of these coins up here. I believe it's this one and this one. You do a left drift at the second coin. And then you let go right before you reach the edge, and then you do a midair trick. You get to this, and it's going to automatically do a trick for you. And then you need to trick onto this wall using a left trick. And then you ride it up it, and then you trick off right before you reach the edge, and that'll automatically trick. And then this is the part I messed up before. You need to do two left tricks so you can get into this grassy area and do a really quick turn by bouncing off of that. So you get right up here to this ledge right next to these boost panels. And then you don't do any tricks in the air. That's just going to slow you down. So just make sure you go through both of the cloud rings, or else your time will severely suffer. And then you start the second lap, doing the same thing of hugging the wall and then starting your drift at that same point. Using the mushroom right when you hit that part of the lantern. Then you hop off that That's the part I'm really messing up. I cannot do that. Trick off that. 2 mid-air tricks. Trick to the left. This time he made it back onto the rail. And then you do 2 forward air tricks. Oh, only one. Okay. And then you hug this. You hug this ledge so you don't... Like, this time you got really close to it. But this time is insane. You do the same thing you did there. But there is... I believe this is the only thing that's different about this lap. You trick off that ledge to get onto here. You take this alternate path. And then you trick off of this. It'll automatically trick for you. All you need to do is run into it. And then forward trick in the air. Well, sorry, just regular trick. Then you'll automatically trick off that if you clip it right. Left trick to get on the wall. Ride it up. Then you trick into this. You right trick to get off, and then you trick into that. And then you do a left trick to get the right angle. And then you ride straight up to the boost panels. And if you follow those steps for the third lap too, from the second lap, it should look like this.